You wake up, you breathe, you function. Everyone thinks you are fine. You smile when required. You work when expected. You answer when spoken to. And every single day, you lie, not to them, to yourself. Because if you stop pretending, even for a moment, everything you buried will stand up at once. So you keep going, silent, bruised, unseen. This is not weakness. This is survival. And tonight, we talk about the cost. You pretend you are fine, every single day. You do it so well that even you almost believe it. You wake up before the world demands anything from you. You sit there for a moment, staring at nothing, feeling everything. Then you get up anyway. That is where the lie begins. You do not wake up motivated. You wake up heavy. Your body moves before your mind agrees. No one sees that part. They see results. They see discipline. They see progress. They do not see the war it takes just to stand up. You learned early that the world rewards strength, not truth. So you adapted. You learned how to nod, how to laugh at the right time, how to say I am good without choking on the words. You learned how to be useful instead of honest, and that skill kept you alive. But it also locked you in a cage. There is a difference between being strong and being numb. You crossed that line without noticing. At first you told yourself this is temporary. Just get through this week. Just survive this phase. But weeks became months. Months became years. And now pretending feels normal. That should scare you. Because when pretending becomes normal, silence becomes dangerous. You stop checking in with yourself. You stop asking what you feel. You stop asking what you need. You only ask one question. What is expected of me? And you deliver, even when you are empty. This is the warrior mindset no one talks about. Not the loud kind, not the cinematic kind. The quiet endurance, the kind that bleeds internally. The kind that shows up while breaking down. The kind that never asks for help because it learned that help does not come. You did not become like this by choice. You became like this by necessity. At some point you realized no one was coming to save you, so you became dependable, reliable, unshakable. You became the person who holds it together, and now everyone leans on you, but no one asks who holds you. You tell yourself this is what strength looks like, and maybe it is, but strength without release turns into corrosion. It eats from the inside. You feel it late at night, when the noise stops, when distractions fail, that pressure in your chest, that tightness in your throat, that question you refuse to answer. How long can I keep doing this? You do not fear pain. You fear collapse. You fear the moment you finally stop pretending and realize how tired you actually are. So you keep moving. You stay busy. You stay productive. You stay distracted. Because if you slow down, everything you ignored will catch up. This is where most people misunderstand warriors like you. They think you enjoy solitude. They think you like being alone. You do not. You just learned it is safer. Safer than expecting understanding. Safer than being disappointed. Safer than explaining pain to people who only listen when it is convenient, so you carry it alone. But here is the hard truth. Carrying everything alone does not make you invincible. It makes you brittle. And brittle things break suddenly. Without warning. You have seen it happen. People who seemed fine, people who seemed strong, until one day they were not. The world calls it unexpected, but you know better. Nothing about collapse is sudden. It is delayed. Every time you said, I am fine, when you were not. Every time you swallowed anger. Every time you ignored exhaustion. You added weight, and you never removed it. You cannot outwork emotional debt. You cannot discipline your way out of unprocessed pain. You can only delay the invoice, and it always arrives. This does not mean you are broken. It means you are human. And here is the part no one tells you. Pretending you are fine was not weakness. It was a survival strategy. It worked. But survival is not the same as living. A warrior who never tends to their wounds does not die in battle. They bleed out afterward, quietly, alone. You do not need to fall apart to be real. You do not need to confess everything to everyone, But you do need to stop lying to yourself, at least in private, at least in silence. Ask yourself questions you have avoided. What am I actually feeling? What am I running from? What am I afraid will happen if I stop pretending? Do not rush the answers. Sit with them, because growth does not come from hype. It comes from honesty, raw, uncomfortable, unfiltered. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are tired because you have been strong for too long without relief. That is not failure. That is evidence. Warriors are not the ones who feel nothing. They are the ones who feel everything and still choose to stand. But standing does not mean denying pain. It means acknowledging it and moving forward with clarity. Strength evolves. At first, strength is endurance. Later, strength becomes boundaries. Later still, strength becomes truth. You do not have to explain yourself to the world, but you owe yourself honesty. Stop pretending you are fine when you are not. In your own head, that is where healing starts. The world does not need another silent martyr. It needs grounded warriors who know their limits, who know when to push and when to pause. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are not failing. You are carrying weight most people never see, and the fact that you are still standing means something. But do not confuse survival with destiny. You were not built just to endure. You were built to live with intention, with control, with self-respect. So the next time someone asks how you are, you can still say fine if you need to. But when you are alone, be honest. That is where the real fight is. That is where the real warrior wakes up. You are not done. You are not finished. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply at the point where pretending is no longer enough. And that is not the end. That is the beginning. Stand up. Not for them, for you. Before you leave, do not scroll away like this never touched you. If this spoke what you never say out loud, stay. Like this video so it reaches someone else pretending they are fine. Comment one word that describes how you really feel. No explanations. Subscribe if you are done consuming noise and ready for truth. This channel is for warriors who fight quietly and keep going anyway. You are not alone here.